Town Improv.
All right, about ready to go?
Welcome to, we have a name now.
Yeah. Welcome to Big Town Improv.
Big Town Improv. There's a story there that we're not going to explain.
Maybe later.
You
know what?
Really.
The story is it's a thing that was made up in an improv scene.
Yes. Through a gross misunderstanding of
that's true.
of something obvious.
Right. Yeah, maybe we'll get to that.
Yeah. But I think it's pretty well indicative of what people can expect, you know?
Yeah, they can expect a big town.
Yeah, not a small town, not even a medium-sized town, but a properly big town.
Yeah.
But not so big that it's a city.
Oh, you're right. It's still a town. Yeah.
Yes.
John Mellencamp would never sing about this town. He only sings about a small town.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, I'm Josh Pilch.
And I'm Jesse Moriarty.
That's, now you know our voices. You got a name to put to the voices, listener.
There you go.
What can our listener expect from this show? Well, this is Big Town Improv, and what we do on Big Town Improv is improv. So first...
Improv comedy.
Yes.
I feel like, I don't want to skip, or if people are here for high drama, I don't want them to...
I recall a time when you were asked to do improv drama.
Oh, really?
Do you remember that? We went... So, okay, wait. This is probably... You know what? Hold that thought. Remind me to go back to that story. Because I think there's stuff we could do from that. But first, let me explain what people can expect from this show, which is, first of all, we're going to tell some stories based on random words, or maybe in this case, just based on what we're about to talk about anyway. Well, I don't get to talk to my friend Jesse that much, so stuff just comes
true.
out.
We're actually on opposite coasts. So,
that's true, too.
We can't just run into each other at the grocery store and say, hey, how was your weekend?
Right. If we ran into each other at a grocery store, we'd be like, huh?
This is bizarre.
Why didn't you tell me you were in town? Don't you like me?
And then we'd both think that each was in the other's town, and it would turn out to be some sort of spatial distortion of some kind.
An annihilation.
Yeah, exactly. The East Coast and the West Coast must never meet.
Right. Or else the shimmer will happen. Is that what it was called in Annihilation?
I think that is what they called it, the shimmer. Like that weird bubble.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
I enjoyed that movie. But fun, but stories based on prompts just stories.
Right. We'll tell true, real stories, and based on that, we'll do a montage of...
Montage.
That's the montage song. Of quick...
yes, it's like a dirge. Montage. It's a very sad song.
I kind of want to isolate that and make the thing that starts the montage every episode.
But yes, a montage of short improv scenes that form from each other.
Right, based on our stories. In the second half, we do one big, long, extended narrative.
A long-form scene, yes, that goes in many directions, some of which we cannot foresee.
No, you mean which always tells a single cohesive story.
As long as we can keep the characters that we all are straight, yes.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll have any other acters here in Big Town.
Yes, it's a possibility. Yes, that's what I like. That's one reason that I like the name Big Town that we decided on, is because the town is the improv. You know, anybody we bring in is visiting our town. It's coming to It's like Sesame Street. You know,
it's true.
Where. People, what is it? Like we're all neighbors or something.
Yes.
What do they say about Sesame Street? Everybody knows your name, or is that the bar in Cheers?
That's the bar in Cheers.
Okay. Right. Okay. But what was your story about?
Yeah, well, okay, so the listener doesn't know that you and I met in art school.
We did.
Our one single listener doesn't know. Hey,
they might. Let's be honest.
I know, that's not crazy.
Probably someone who already knows us.
Well, that's a guarantee. Yeah.
You're right. But we did. We met in art school.
I was an animation major. You were sequential art, which means comic books. So you're like, why are they doing improv? And it's a good question. We just like to.
Well, as I recall, we would have actually met at like the club thing where you go and try and get people for your clubs.
That's right.
The club mixer or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
And I did improv in high school, and so I was looking for the improv club, and I found it, and ipso facto.
Right. I was there already, so we must have met at that booth where I was advertising it.
I would assume so, yes.
But I don't remember that.
I don't remember the actual... or if you weren't there... because I just missed you, then I would have seen you at the first
yes
meeting, I suppose. I don't recall it, honestly. But anyway, that's the actually not very interesting story of about...
That's how I feel like a lot of friendships go.
Interesting story how we two met. It turned out we had mutual interests and so went to similar things.
Can you believe it? But I was gonna say, so I was an animation major, and so there was a club for the animators to like do even more animation, I guess, outside of school, and they would ask like people who were in the program for a while to come and do like workshops and seminars and stuff. So a couple of us a couple of times went and did an improv workshop with the animators, which was fun, and like kind of got...
Oh, right, so they could see like your wavy wiggly arms and things.
Well, okay, so most of the time we did it, it wasn't actually for drawing, it was just for generating ideas and being spontaneous. But the time I'm thinking of, we were invited to go, but we weren't totally clear that we were just part of we were getting tacked on to a professor's seminar on like basically life drawing from a live performance.
I vaguely recall this now, yes.
So like we suddenly became like very much on display, and we were doing long form improv mostly, and like normally where we would just like generate completely new ideas, but they were like giving us these really specific prompts, like do a scene about if you met your old lover at the grocery store and you're feeling this, and we're like, uh-oh, I don't know how good we are at acting.
Right, that's the thing, yeah.
And specifically, you were called on to do a dramatic, like you were getting the news about like a death in the family.
My God, that probably didn't go well.
I thought you did a pretty good job, but it was like, it's just, the professor wasn't expecting this either, I think. Like, there wasn't a lot of communication for this particular setup. But yeah, I remember your acting was pretty good, but then like either you or your partner said something that was like it was funny, and like everybody laughed, and you just like went on, because that's what we normally do, is sort of follow the beats of what's humorous and go on with that. So
right, yeah. I mean, it was a funny death in the family, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
I'm afraid I have some sad news.
Oh no. Well, come in. Please.
Thank you.
Sit down.
May I sit down? Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my God. What could this be?
It's your Uncle Walter.
Yeah.
There was an accident.
Oh my God. Uncle Walter, he's like
His clown car crashed on the highway. There were 37 casualties, all from the clown car.
Oh my God.
I'm very sorry.
Uncle Walter was like a father to me. He basically raised me. I'm sorry. I see the side of your mouth curling up a little bit.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, he wanted you to have this. It's
God, his
red nose.
His red
clown nose, yes.
His red clown nose.
It was severed in the accident.
Oh my God, it was severed. Oh God, that's so hard to hear.
Yes,
his nose was removed from his body.
Yes, the clown car collided with a Gillette truck, and a bunch of razor blades went right through the windshield, and it sounds almost comical, but it was actually quite horrific.
Yeah,
I was one of the first on the scene, I'm sorry to say. Big floppy shoes everywhere, tufts of rainbow hair, those flowers that squirt water at you.
Oh God, Uncle Walter, you must, you were his close friend, isn't that right?
Yes, we worked together in the circus.
Okay.
I swallow swords. You want to see?
Sure.
Or is that actually an incredibly inappropriate thing to propose when telling someone about a death in their family?
It feels. I mean, it's hard to say.
I apologize.
No, I'm not straight.
It's how I often break the tension at things like this.
Right. You're
I'm actually studying
folk also.
Yes, I'm studying to be a grief counselor, and they keep telling me to stop offering to put swords in my mouth. You might have been wondering why I had a big thing of swords here with me.
I honestly, my head is going crazy just from this awful news. I'm probably his closest family. I'm gonna have to. I'm so sorry. Let me get you some tea or something. Sorry.
Sorry, I had a sword in my mouth. It's just my way of fidgeting.
What's your name?
Francesco de la Partini.
All right, Francisco. I really appreciate you coming and telling me this information, but your bedside manner is pretty strange, I have to say.
Well, I mean, listen, the circus is in your blood. We want you to take over for Walter at the circus. We're short a clown. Since he was killed in that tragic car accident.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry, kind of tragicomic car accident.
Yeah, I guess there are things funny about it. Well, Walter raised me, but I work as a certified public accountant.
Well, I don't think you ever forget the circus if you were raised there. Here, watch this. I'm gonna take these teacups and I'm gonna toss them to you, and I bet you're gonna juggle.
Wait, hold on. I'm not. Whoa. Hey, okay, don't stop throwing them. Could you see after the first two they dropped them?
I thought you would get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm processing the death of a loved one.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible.
And to be clear, Walter raised me as a child, not as a circus performer.
I assumed he would have shared some of his.
Sure, I saw it, but, what's your dad do?
Also a sword swallower.
Oh, all right. Well,
and the Del Portinis have been swallowing swords for generations.
Then what made you decide to become a grief counselor?
Well, my father died tragically when he got a sword that was slightly too long, and just by a couple of inches, but that's all it takes. And he couldn't break the act and just kept putting it down deeper, and I was just lost in my own grief for a long time, and grief counselors helped me out of it, so I wanted to share that experience with others.
We cut to this guy's first grief counseling session.
I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything here in this room. It's all completely judgment-free.
Okay, it's so hard. I've never gone to therapy before, but all my friends are telling me
it can be very helpful to just say these things out loud. I think you're already doing very good.
Thank you. It's just ever since my wife. Is this wait, a second one simultaneously in your mouth? Is this a normal part of the therapy? You're clapping for yourself. What? You're not gonna get that third sword, are you? I'm so distraught. I did notice that sword's longer than the other. Oh no! Oh, it's me everywhere! Oh, everyone is dying around me!
Cut to the halls of Washington. So, I'm going to go ahead and say that we should make a law against... This is the third sword swallower death in as many weeks. And I think we should just make a law against sword swallowers even owning or buying swords that are slightly too long for their stomachs to handle. Because it's just opening itself up to wacky misunderstandings. And also tragic impalement.
Normally we don't let people from the sword lobby speak here at Congress, but you make some interesting points.
Big Sword is a powerful lobby in the United States. I mean,
I'm terrified of a big sword.
As you should be. It's called a claymore. Fuck you right up. But I really think that we have a responsibility here to the sword swallowers of America, all 18 of them, to really put some regulations on this business.
I don't know about this. My fellow representatives here, we're busy with a lot of other things. And how much of our constituency even is sword swallowers? You know what? Get out of here. We don't need you talking about all this stuff in Congress.
Psst, fine.
Psst, psst. Hey, buddy.
What is it? What's up?
Come with me.
All right. Just leave Congress in the middle of speaking?
Yeah. Come on.
All right.
Listen, I'm the congressman from Circus Town, Massachusetts.
Man, that's a pretty wild place. I mean, normally a congressman would not represent just one city, but...
No, I mean, that's in my district.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't stupid. That's what I meant.
I mean, it is a fairly large city, so...
Right.
Circus Town, yeah.
Yeah, most of my voters are from Circus Town. So what I'm thinking is... maybe we can, work something out here, you and me.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with this. You want a free sword.
No, I don't have use for a sword myself. What are you doing?
This is a pretty nice sword right here, isn't it?
What are you doing? Well, that sword's nice and short, right? You're not...
No, I work for the sword lobby. I am not myself his sword swallow. What are you doing with the sword?
I gotta say, I'm pretty curious about this.
No. This is what I get for talking to the congressman from Circus Town.
Yeah, I have some history with this. Oh, you brought a medium-sized sword as well.
Okay, yes, but I also brought... I really think you should stop while you're ahead here, because if you would just look at the sword before shoving it down your throat, you would see that some of these swords are actually slightly longer than your esophagus.
Huh. So you mean if I just pick one at random?
No, I'm not saying that. Okay,
this one.
All right. Now, cut to. Now, ever since the death of Congressman Bozo, this district needs a new representative, one who's not going to shove random swords that he finds directly into his mouth. And I think it should be me, Dan Johnson. And my opponent, Phil Buck, is a liar and a cheat, and he doesn't have the best interests of the people of Circus Town, Massachusetts at heart.
Why, I won't hear of it.
He's also a clown. Very obvious.
Of course I am. Honk, honk.
What is it going to take, people? I have a ringmaster hat. Would that help?
Oh, please, a ringmaster? A ringmaster's never been the most entertaining part of the circus. That's why I should be your new congressperson. If I'm elected, then I'll give rubber chickens to everyone in the district.
So who do you like among these candidates? I have to say, I like Phil Buck, but the other guy does have some good points, and we have sent quite a few clowns to Congress already.
That's true. Going by today's debate, the normal guy...
I think his name was Williamson?
Williamson seems to have the right energy, but is he connecting to the voters in his district?
If you weigh the pros and cons, the pros are Williamson is a lawyer and with many years of experience in public service, and also, a normal person who's not a clown.
That's true. But
whereas
on the other hand...
Phil Buck is a very good clown. He's an extremely talented clown. However, this would be his first public office that he'd ever held. And I'm being told now that we actually have Phil Buck the clown connecting with us via satellite. So let's go to Phil Buck live from his campaign office. I'm sorry, his campaign tent in Circus Town. Mr. Buck, thank you for joining us.
Honk honk! Thanks for having me on C-SPAN.
Yes. So, what are you bringing to this office that your opponent, who again is just a regular guy who would probably be reasonably good at the job?
Yes, he has experience in politics, but does he have experience in juggling?
Well, I mean, do you mean that like metaphorically juggling like a lot of different tasks at once? Because a congressman will probably have to do that. Or are you talking like actually juggling numerous objects because you're a clown?
Which one would you prefer me to say?
Honestly, I'm kind of leaning though. I would like to see you do some amusing juggling acts.
Well, then, you came to the right place.
Again, you came to us. So.
You see, here in my campaign tent, I'm equipped with all of the funnest and funniest circus objects. I've got balls, I've got pins, I've got flower that squirts water, and I even have some swords left over from the sword swallower.
Now hold on.
I've always wondered about
Mr.
what
Buck,
that guy's got going on.
Some of those swords do not appear to be regulation. Perhaps you shouldn't.
My chin. Well, I suppose I could.
I really don't think this is a good idea. All right, you got the first one in. I would just quit while you're ahead, Mr. Buck.
Well, I don't know. My roommate just walked in. I don't know.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, Phil Buck, the congressional clown, is attempting to swallow numerous swords against my advice. Right, that's the second sword, Mr. Buck. And again, this could be a major scandal if you,
Wow, 2 swords. Well, 2 is a pattern, right? Nothing bad happened after 2, therefore the third should be fine.
Now, the third sword, if you don't mind me saying so, Mr. Buck, is several inches longer than the previous 2.
Something about recent history tells me I should know something about a sword that's longer than the other ones.
Yes, that they've killed several people. It's been a major thing. Oh, he did it. Okay. Our viewers with young children might wish to turn away. This is extremely graphic.
Well, this has been a particularly difficult day here at C-SPAN. A lot of hard news to report.
I'm sorry that you saw so many clowns die right on camera.
Frankly, this reporter is excited that...
One is too many.
One is too many, and we saw a lot of dead clowns.
It's amazing how many clowns in completely unrelated incidents managed to get themselves killed.
This reporter, I will say, is glad to soon be able to report on some world politics as we go to the Olympics coming up.
Oh, that sounds perfectly innocent. And what event are we watching?
Well, scattered my notes here. This is very unprofessional for C-SPAN, but yes, I have it here. Fencing. We're going to be covering fencing. That's a normal Olympic.
Yeah, that's a thing that happens at the Olympics. All right. Let's go live to our reporter on the scene, William Bjornsson.
Hello.
William, you're at the fencing event at the Olympics. What can you tell us about the atmosphere?
Well, I can tell you I'm hungry for swords.
No! Those are all...
Did I tell you I used to be a clown?
Wait, that last one... I'm so sorry. What did I say when I got hired? I said we need to change the policy of hiring former clowns to be C-SPAN commentators. Did I not say that?
We've seen so much today. God, I remember when we first met. Us two anchors.
The 70s. It was a interesting time for news, I'll tell you that.
It was. Come to think of it, I guess what brought us together is we both got hired for this job.
That's right. We both interviewed for a position here at C-SPAN, and because we were both, and this is the funny part, we were both qualified for the position, and so despite there being other candidates, we both were hired. It's just hysterical. I mean, how does that happen?
It's you two idiots, get in my office. Go to commercial. What the hell are you two doing? I'm trying to run a major TV network, and you two knuckleheads are letting your show get out of control.
Now, Mr. Span, I think that...
That's right, it's me, Christopher Span.
Yes, you don't have to do that every time I say your name. For one thing. I feel like people think it's awkward when you do that.
You think I care about awkward? You address me as your boss.
Yes, boss. Listen.
Me, Christopher Span.
Look, it's been a very dark day on the news. 20 people died, 18 of them on camera while we were interviewing them.
Mm-hmm.
By swallowing swords that were not regulation length for sword swallowing. I thought a little bit of levity would help, you know?
And you thought you had a funny story about this?
Well, I remember when you hired me. Do you remember that, right? Back in the 70s? I walked into your office and I was like, "Hi, I'm here to interview for the position."
That is funny. Come to think of it, I put out what do you call it? An ad for a position at my company.
Yeah.
And I met you as one of the interviewers. Same for you.
And we both of us actually brought you a resume which listed our prior jobs.
Oh my God! Don't even remind me about that. Oh boy, I was mad at you two.
Hey, I never noticed that you had these swords hanging up behind your desk.
Oh, these?
Yeah. They look really nice.
Yeah, these are my prized possession. I got them when I first traveled to Europe. I said I want to get 3 swords, each one longer than the last.
That's all I need. You know, watching all of those, it doesn't really seem that hard. I'm just gonna try this real quick.
Wait. Yeah, you know, my co-anchor is right. I don't think this seems that hard. You said 3 swords, but there's actually 6 here. Wait, you two, stop that. What are you... No, oh my God. 2 dead bodies in my office.
Mr. Span, I have your coffee. Oh my God! You've killed them! You murdered them both! Help! Police!
Hold on, Karen.
Police!
Karen, I need you to take my lunch order.
Alright.
3 swords, please.
That, for the folks at home, is what we call a running gag.
That's basically all of improv, I feel like, is do the same thing over and over.
Yeah. I can't believe it occurred to no one that that was a bad idea.
All right, then. I guess, we move into our long form, yes. Long narrative. Why don't... Do you have
Let me think of this. Yes? No, please.
What were you going to say?
No, you first.
Well, I was going to say get your random word generator.
Oh, I can do that, yes. Very well. Hold on. Okay, we got planet. Angel. Butterfly.
A lot of celestial imagery.
I know. Scrawny, endure, affirm, and antagonize.
All right.
Somewhere we just activated a Winter Soldier or something.
That's a good reference.
Yes, thank you. So planet, angel, butterfly, endure, scrawny, antagonize.
I think I could start a scene off of just that.
Let's see. Jump right in.
Commander, reporting for duty on the space mission to the moon.
Ah, very good. Take your station. It was Leonard.
That's right. Captain Buck Leonard. A lot of people named Buck lately. Have you noticed that?
I mean, it's a popular name here in the future.
That's true. I consider where we live to the current era, but yeah, I guess it is the future.
Well, it's good to meet you, Captain Leonard. I'm Byron Buckwell, commander of this mission.
Byron Buckwell. Yes. Well, Commander, I wanted to speak with you before our mission gets started.
In my ready room.
I'm sorry?
In my ready room. Not in front of the whole crew. I prefer to do one-on-ones with everybody in my office here. Well, but I call it my ready room because that's, more space.
Right. Well, that's what everybody calls it here in the future.
Well, naturally, yes.
Well, I wanted to speak with you, and honestly,
Please.
This is better for me, too, to keep it between the two of us.
Please, hang on. We got to walk through the automatic hydraulic pneumatic door. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, now it's going to close behind us.
Oh, beautiful. I love how that
Fantastic.
sounds.
Did you have to live through the time when we had to reach open and open a door via a knob? God, it was awful.
I'm a little younger than you, Commander.
Yeah, it's you youngins. You don't know how good you have it. Now, what can I help you with?
Right. I don't want to go.
You don't want to go to the moon?
Yes, on account of I'm scared.
Have a seat, son.
All right.
Listen, I realize that this is a daunting mission, going to the moon. There's no air on the moon.
Right, that's one of the big things I'm scared about.
I know it. But I want you to understand something. We're all professionals here. Mm-hmm. We're all experts when it comes to space and planets. And above all, this is the future. So we've got some great technology all to help us out. And according to your personnel file, which I've got right here, Commander Buck Leonard is, it's short for Buckington? Really?
Yeah, I go by Buck.
Yeah, I would too, because that's a ridiculous first name.
It's hard to hear, Commander, but I'll take it.
Anyway, Commander Buckington Leonard the Fourth. You have graduated with honors from Space Academy.
That's right.
You have logged over 5,000 hours on the flight simulator.
Indeed.
And you have a hell of a right hook, which is good. And I don't know why they mentioned it in an official file like this, but...
Well, I guess in case I have to fight aliens.
What a ridiculous idea! What an absurd supposition! Get the hell out of my office, Leonard.
Commander,
get to your position, and I don't want to hear another damn thing from you. There's no aliens on the moon.
All right.
Especially not the kind that spray acid in your face, bore into your skull, and take over your actions.
That makes me think that is what's on the moon, Commander.
I just said there wasn't that.
Is there something that you know that you're not telling me? Are my fears all founded?
I am your commander, Leonard. Your job here is to sit in the chair and do the things that are in your job description.
Right, and drive the spaceship.
Drive the spaceship, yes.
All right. Commander Buckwell, I gotta tell you that this conversation has not eased my fears at all. But I am a professional and I will do my job. Just please tell me you haven't assigned a ragtag group of ne'er-do-wells as my crew.
Let me go through the crew roster here to
all right, let's see.
to comfort you, okay? Right. There's you, of course. Right. There's you, Buck Leonard.
Captain Buck Leonard.
Yep. You're brave, strong, tough, but, with a bunch of insecurities that may come through.
Right, a brave exterior, but a frightened interior.
Right. There's Commander Beep Boop. He's a robot science officer.
All right.
And he's desperate to prove that he has a soul. But
that seems like it could cause some problems in the mission.
He's a great guy, as old Beep Boop. I've worked with him before.
All right.
But just don't don't get too
All right.
Don't challenge him on the soul thing too much, because
I'll try not to bring it up at all.
There's
who's this photo of this guy he's holding a hamburger in his official astronaut file.
That's Captain Rogue Dashing.
Dashing.
Yes, he's breaks a lot of rules. He's a maverick. Doesn't listen to authority very well. But damn,
wait, does that not raise any red flags to you, Commander?
Well, but you didn't let me finish. I was about to say that damn if he's not the best engineer in the business. He also holds the rank of captain, which is weird to have two of you on the ship. But,
right.
But I figure,
all right.
We'll sort it out.
All you've described is two members of my crew that I'm almost inevitably going to butt heads
Well,
against.
perhaps you'll be more interested in this one, Captain.
What are you doing?
We thought we'd get the best. And everybody who was the best was naturally promoted to a high rank.
You're telling me that this is an all-captain crew?
It does seem that way, yes. Well, we've also got Captain Desiree Amora. She's enchantingly beautiful, but also very competent officer. She's
I noticed you didn't describe the appearance of any of the other. Well, no, that's not fair. You did say the other guy was Dashing, or was his name Dashing?
His name is Captain Rogue Dashing, yes.
All right.
And Captain Desiree wants to prove that women can be in space just as much as men.
Oh boy, that sounds like a hard area for us.
She'll probably be after your command, Captain Leonard.
Well, everybody else seems to be.
So be prepared, to have to butt heads, and I hope there's no, romantic tension that develops there as part of your adversarial relationship.
Well, that would be horribly unprofessional. I can't imagine that would happen.
I agree. So
it's me, Captain Buck Leonard, Captain Rogue Dashing, Captain Desiree. What?
Captain Desiree Amora.
And then Beep Boop, thankfully, is. Wait a minute. This
we
robot's
just
a
promoted
captain
him.
too.
I just finished the paperwork. I was just to go out onto the bridge and give him his promotion ceremony. It's fantastic.
Oh boy!
Now listen, we're going to the moon, and once we get there, we have very important scientific experiments to conduct that involve the mining of fuelinite, which is as you know.
What's that used for?
It's used for fuel. It's the only way to power our spaceships here in the future. So if we don't find...
Luckily, we have enough fuel to get us to the moon. So I see, even if this mission is a failure, there shouldn't be any issue. We have just enough fuel to get us to the moon. I can't think of anything... That would,
absolutely. You can get to the moon, but no farther.
Right.
That's exactly how much fuel you have. But actually, Beep Boop did pass me this memo. He wanted to warn you that any excessive strain on the engines could prove disastrous. This ship, after all, is a prototype. We're testing some new things out. So,
all right.
So your mission, basically, which you should have already known before you came onto the ship in the first place.
I like to hear it again.
Is to take this group, which is not at all ragtag and are certainly not misfits, to the moon, collect at least 30 tons of fuelinite, and report back to Earth.
All right.
Any questions, Commander Leonard? Captain Leonard, I'm sorry.
Oh, am I promoted?
Yeah. You know what? All captains.
Wait, you're demoted.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. I'm a commander, which is actually one mark less than a captain. So.
Oh, weird. Okay.
I know, it's kind of strange. Anyway, now get the hell out of my office.
Fine. All right, I'd better go and meet up with my crew. We cut to the bridge of the spaceship.
Captain Leonard, how good to meet you.
You must be Beep Boop.
What? No, I'm Captain Rogue Dashing. I was a smoker for many years. What you said was very offensive.
I'm so sorry, Captain. I didn't see you using that. What do you call this device? The trachea device? Yeah.
I would have thought in the future we would have come up with a better system. But it's you know what? It's my own fault for smoking in a cool way for many years while leaning on walls.
Right. You must have vaped like a chimney.
Oh, yes, it was terrible. Are we ready to embark, Captain, to the moon?
I believe we are. I just need to meet the rest of my crew. Will you come along with me as I...
Of course.
All right. Hello there. I'll take this one. Okay, well...
Yes, Commander, have you met Beep Boop? He's got a very impressive... He's got a very impressive vocal simulator.
Well, thank you for saying that, Rogue.
Since he is a robot, I can't help but feel that they could have used the same technology when developing my...
Yes, indeed, I thought the same thing, Rogue. If you, in fact, let me know if you get tired of talking like that. I should be able to do some modifications to your trachea device.
That it may indeed become very tiresome to speak like this.
You just let me know.
Now, Captain Leonard.
Yeah. Yes.
Just as a heads up, I'm trying to whisper, but there is no volume modification on my projector here. So just be careful about Beep Boop. Don't stare into his flashing red cyclopean eye. He thinks it's offensive.
All right, I'll try to look away. Beep Boop, I'm happy to have you as part of the crew. And it should be a good and successful mission, I think. Well, thank you for saying so. That gives me great joy, as you can see by the expression on my face.
He's doing it. No one who has epilepsy can serve on this ship.
Well, hopefully that's not the case for anyone here.
Here comes the last member of our crew. Oh my. You must be Captain Leonard.
And you must be Desiree.
That's right. Naturally.
Finally, I got one right.
What?
Oh, nothing. I just guessed the other members of the crew wrong.
But that doesn't make sense. You saw their pictures in the office.
Right, well, they both came up behind me. So I could only hear them at first.
You just stood there and didn't turn around?
Not right away. Anyway, who's the captain here?
I am! A woman can be a captain just as much. I'm the captain also.
Captain Desiree, I'll tell you, I absolutely agree. A woman can be a captain as well. This is the future where, God willing, people have better opinions about that in general.
I'll show you. I'm gonna flounce back to my station. You ready to take off, sir?
Yes. That Captain Desiree certainly is an interesting one.
Oh, yes. Be careful. She will use her feminine wiles on you.
See, that seems problematic to me.
Why do you say that?
Yes, why would you ask a question like that? It's what she chooses to do. All right. Anyway, everybody to your stations.
Confirmed. Captain, we have just enough fuel tonight to get us to the moon.
Excellent. That's where we're going.
Agreed. The course is laid in on your orders.
All right. Okay, Captain Buck. This is
Why
the
are you
moment.
hesitating, sugar? Surely you're not afraid of space.
I most certainly am not afraid of space. In fact, engage thrusters.
All right.
We're going to space now.
Thrusters engaged.
Beep boop, chart our course.
That's actually my job. Wow. And I actually already said that I did that. So, wow.
All right, Buck, keep your head in the game. All right, beep boop.
Sir.
Yes?
Emergency transmission coming in from Commander Buckwell.
Put it on the screen, beep boop. Yes, that is my job.
Leonard! What the hell?
Commander Buckwell, yes?
You haven't taken off yet.
I know, I'm in the process. Commander, why don't you give us a countdown?
I mean, I feel like you should have people for that, but I actually did call for a purpose other than just telling you to...
All right, I thought you were...
I'll give you your countdown, but let me tell you first.
No, say what you want to say.
I mean, you outranked me, so I can't. If you want me to just give you the countdown, I'll go ahead and do it.
No, what did you call me for?
Our deep space satellites have noticed a spooky shadow on the moon, and it's moving.
Right, it's aliens, isn't it?
Nope. Just a shadow that should probably be avoided. I
know you know about aliens.
I don't know even why you would say that. It's definitely not aliens, but still avoided at all costs. And bring us back that fuel tonight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Wow, he's kind of upstaging you here, beep boop.
That's all right. I have a soul, I think.
Sure, of course.
3, 2,
1. Blast off!
Several hours later, in the...
We are on course for the moon, sir.
Excellent. Let me, Captain, Captain Dashing, take over for me for just a moment while I step off the bridge.
Aye, sir.
Shoot. All right, Captain Buck Leonard, you've got this. Why am I so full of fear? Sorry, I thought I was alone.
Yeah, I bet you did, sugar. That's why you were talking about how afraid you were. Here, all alone in the corridor.
Oh, you heard that, did you?
Yes, because you said it out loud and loudly.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have mattered if there was no one here.
But again, this is a busy spaceship with only a 4-person crew, so it's not a whole lot of possible... Look, if I was in the captain's seat, then I wouldn't be afraid. I'd deal with whatever dangers were coming our way.
I don't like this implication, Desiree. And besides, do you really feel no fear about going into space?
Why should I? It's not like there are aliens out there on the moon.
Desiree, can I confide something to you?
I wouldn't recommend it, no. But, yeah, go do what you gotta do, man.
Well, here's the thing. Commander Buckwell insists that there's no such thing as aliens. But I swear I've seen them before.
What?
You see...
You mean?
My parents were abducted when I was a child.
Abducted?
Or at least that's what I think happened. I was just a kid, but I remember looking out the window of my bedroom and seeing this bright light. My parents were out on the patio, And the next thing I know, I see them getting sucked away. And I never saw them again after that. That's why I studied for the rest of my life to become a future astronaut. But
Here in the future.
That's right, where we are. But I still feel so much fear.
About the space thing?
Yeah, about space, about aliens, about all of it.
Well, if it is true, do you think we might run into them aliens out there on the moon?
To be honest with you, Desiree, I think that might happen.
Captain. Red alert. Red alert. All hands to battle stations.
Oh my God. Shh. Captain Dashing, what's going on?
Sir, we've been monitoring the spooky shadow on the moon. It's just covered the entire moon.
No! That means there's no way to avoid it. Yes, and Captain Leonard, I've got some news as well. We're almost completely out of fuel. Oh
fuel
my
a night.
Yes, thanks for the correction. We're almost completely out of fuelinite.
Which is what we use as fuel, but...
You're right, it wasn't wrong of me to say that, but I make
I
mistakes
apologize,
sometimes.
that was on me. That was an academic distinction.
You're being rather pedantic for a human.
I feel like the way he says that seems like a slur sometimes. Does anyone else think that?
We don't have time for this squabbling. We're headed right for the moon and we're almost out of fuel.
And
Which, both things I just said were part of the plan, now that I think about it. God damn it.
But what about the spooky shadow? What should we do?
Well, there's nothing else we can do, I think, except brace for impact.
What? We don't have a plan to land on the moon?
No, we're almost out of fuel.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Everybody. We had a plan to get to the moon, but no way of getting back without any fuel.
God. Commander Buckwell set us up.
Well, if we do find fuel tonight, I can probably jury-rig our engine to get us back. But if we don't, then, say, I don't know, and I'm just spitballing here, if aliens all took it, then we're pretty well screwed.
That's okay. I'm ready to fight any aliens we find.
It's true. He's got laser hands.
Pew pew! Don't look at my eye.
Not in the fridge.
Oh
Stop
no!
Why would you do that?
Oh
my God. Everything's coming down. We're 5 seconds till we impact the lunar surface.
All right, everyone, count down. 5,
4. Oh,
3.
wait. I thought the 5 would have been taken up by myself.
Everybody, is everyone okay?
I'm still alive.
I'm all right, Captain. Of course, I'm a robot, so it's hard to kill me.
I think my leg is broken.
Really?
Yes, we just crashed a spaceship. Why is that unreasonable?
I know, I know that this is real life in the future, but from a narrative point of view, it's a shame that our one female character is... Well, if it were a story character.
You say some strange things sometimes. Beep Boop is also our doctor. Beep Boop, take a look at this with your future medicine.
Yes, indeed, it seems to be fractured. As long as you stay off it, it should be, it should heal within a week's time. Here, let me bandage.
Really? A broken leg?
Yeah, you've broken. This is the future. We heal bones really fast now.
That's better than I expected, actually. All right. All right, great.
It's just your femur, the largest and most painful bone in your body. In the past, now it's easy to heal.
Well, I'll still be laid up for this whole mission. I'll stay on the ship and stay in radio contact. You guys put on spacesuits and get shovels and go get that fuel tonight. Yeah, that's right. I'm taking your command.
Fine, you are a captain as well. I think it makes sense.
All right, the spacesuits are over here.
All right.
They have those cool bubble helmets.
Oh, cool. Yes, I agree. They are cool.
You don't need one, beep boop. You're a robot.
Well, too late. Got it on.
I feel like that's one a human could have used. All right. Everybody got a shovel and a big plastic bag?
Got it. All right.
I am
now to
depressurizing.
Take a step on the moon. Oh, yeah, sorry. Depressurize.
All right. Captain, give the order and I'll open up the pod bay doors and we will step onto the moon.
Open up the vent pod bay doors.
I love that all of our doors are pneumatic. It's great.
I love the sound.
It is nice. Sir, why is the moon spooky and black? And why is there a bunch of fog?
I don't know. Something tells me that Commander Buckwell knows the answer to that question.
You want me to call him?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Let's pull him up as we begin digging.
Desiree, can you connect us to Commander Buckwell? Just a moment. I'm working like a glorified operator here now. This is also not a good look. Commander Buckwell coming through for you, sir. What the? Leonard! What the hell is going on?
Commander Buckwell, the shadow completely engulfed the moon, and I suspect you knew that was going to happen. I think you know a lot more than you're letting on, and I command you to let me know. See, when I came into your office this morning, I assumed Commander was a higher rank than Captain, but now I know that you have to answer to what I say.
Well, that's actually a valid point. All right, listen up. Captain Leonard. It's true. We've been monitoring the travel of a spooky shadow through the galaxy for a little while now. We knew it was on an intercept course with the moon. We also know that this spooky shadow has come close to Earth many times in the past, including when you were a young man, actually, now I think of it.
Specifically when I was a young man? Could that have to do with my parents?
You need to stop thinking out loud. It's distracting when
How are people going to know my motivations?
Again, it's not something that a normal person would just broadcast.
That's true.
Now, listen up. The mission for you to get fuel tonight was a pretext. We want you to bring back samples of the alien.
God damn it, Commander. You're using us as glorified bait.
Well, actually, when you put it like that, yes, that's exactly what we're doing. You are glorified bait. Now, if the aliens kill you, you will find each of you has been implanted with a suicide switch.
Sorry, if they kill us...
Yes, I have the power to detonate you from Earth here.
That's not suicide. You explained that poorly.
Okay, you know what? You're right. That one's on me. It is a murder switch. I have the power to remote detonate you. Unfortunately, because you're so far away, there will be a bit of a delay with the signal. So, after you hear a click, you have 8 minutes to live. But I haven't pushed it yet, so that's just, a future worry. Now bring us back some aliens. And also the fuel tonight too. Actually, if you could find it, that'd be great.
Yeah, we have to because you didn't give us enough to get home.
Oh yeah, huh? Okay. Hey, you know what? Brainwave right now. We could kill two birds with one stone here. Ask the aliens for the fuel tonight. Boom.
Get this man off my screen.
Yes, sir. I can't believe we just hung up on him. I mean, I know he's a lower rank, but it seems a little bit rude.
I don't care about being rude to him. All right.
Beep boop, do a scan for life forms.
It seems that we are not alone here. In fact, I'm getting a high reading of life activity inside that cave on the moon.
No, a moon cave.
All right. We better hurry up.
Should we go to the moon cave?
Yeah, let's go.
It takes a while to run anywhere on the moon. Sir, this street sign says turn back.
I don't care about that street sign. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
All right.
Well, we're here in the cave.
You're breaking up, sir. I'm losing your signal.
Desiree, come in.
I can't maintain contact.
Damn it, she's gone. All right. Well, we're here in this cave, but...
Sir, it's very spooky in this cave.
I have to agree, even though I'm very brave.
And I'm very dashing. I'm gonna have a smoke.
Yeah, I suppose there's no harm in that.
Anyone want a hit of this? It's great.
I can't believe I just said there's no harm in that.
Sir,
wait a minute, Captain. The light from your e-cigarette. I feel like it's attracting attention. Oh my God! Could it be aliens? Wait a minute. Okay.
They don't seem to be attacking, sir.
All right. Is there a way to communicate to them?
Beep boop. Activate your universal translator.
Yes. All right. I'll try one of the many languages I know. First, I'll draw a circle and a line through it with smoke.
That's pretty neat. I didn't know you could do that. Look, the aliens are doing it too.
Oh my God.
They communicate via fart. This is terrible.
I can smell it through my helmet.
What
is it saying, Beep Boop? It's saying, stay away from our... Could mean basement, but no, it's a more specific prison. It's saying, stay away from our prison.
Oh no, this moon is the moon is an alien prison. That really sucks.
Oh my God. I would have never guessed that about this moon.
And I have more news, sir. I've been taking some environmental scans, and this cave has rich streaks of fuelinite.
Okay, Beep Boop. Can you communicate to the aliens that we mean no harm, but we would like to have several tons of fuelinite?
Oh God, this is just awful.
Oh boy.
Why would they do that? Why would that system of communication evolve?
The aliens insist you stay away from their prison. This is the... they keep talking about that.
I say we move past. I have my laser pistol, and Beep Boop has laser hands, and you've got a shovel. We can fight our way through.
All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2... Alien fight!
There's too many of them, sir.
I'm gonna run past them.
Stand back. I'll get them with this turbo cannon.
Whoa!
That's right. I walked here. It actually wasn't that bad because the gravity on the moon is so much less. It wasn't that hard on my leg.
Good thinking, Captain.
And you, Captain.
Thanks. I've got a cave to explore.
We'll hold off the aliens.
Thanks, crew. I couldn't have done it without you, captains. I wonder what those aliens meant by a prison. Oh my God. There's humans here.
Hey there, son. Let me out. It's me, Elvis.
Oh my God. Elvis Presley.
That's right, the king of rock and roll. Let me out of this alien jail, man.
This is unbelievable. People thought that you died suddenly at a young age years ago, but I would have thought you would have died of old age by now.
No, I was abducted by the aliens, and it turns out that this cell somehow keeps me alive.
Well, perfect. I'll let you out then. It looks like
and let me out as well, how about?
Oh boy. Wait, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Not Hitler?
I don't know. I'm gonna let you out last. It looks like these doors only open from the outside, so I can easily open them from here. Here you go, Mr. Presley.
Well, oh God, there's no atmosphere outside this cell.
Oh no! I killed Elvis.
In fairness, he would have been dead long ago if not for the aliens.
Hey, you be quiet. I opened your door too.
No one is going to blame you for this one. In fact, it might actually balance out killing Elvis.
All right, just like everyone has always planned, go to the future and kill Hitler. Who else is in here?
Who's there?
Huh?
Who is that?
An old man?
Here, come here, so I can see you. Walk into the light.
Shh. It's me, Captain Buck Leonard.
Captain Buck Leonard? Huh, that's funny. My son was named Buckington.
That's so funny, dear. That was our son's name. Oh my God. My name is Buckington Leonard. I just never go by Buckington because it's silly.
Well, we gave you that name because it was my father's name, so I'm a little hurt by that, but it's great to see you, son.
Mom, Dad, you don't understand. For years and years, everybody thought I was crazy. That there was no such thing as aliens.
Well, there definitely are.
Yes, I can confirm that, son.
Son, look, we've got to get out of here. This is the alien prison where they keep all their worst and most evil criminals.
Why was Elvis here then?
They really didn't like his music. They said it was...
Oh, so worst and evil from the perspective of the aliens.
Yes, it's kind of an alien thing. I mean, these are people who communicate with farts, so...
Yeah, I didn't like that. Why did they imprison you two?
Because, as you know, we were famous rocket scientists. We were developing... Well, I mean, obviously you knew that. I don't know. We would have developed...
Remind me.
We had developed a way for spaceships to travel without the use of fuelinite.
Yes.
Which would have...
And
I shouldn't interrupt the woman. She should be allowed to speak. I feel like there's been enough of that happening somehow.
I agree.
What, please?
Wouldn't it be a shame if it was just like... If there were only, I don't know, like 2 white guys speaking for all the women in the world? Anyway, son,
Luckily, it's not like that in the future.
You see, this particular race of aliens' entire economy is based on the trading of their hordes of fuelinite. They're very rich aliens, and they don't want to lose their source of continued income.
I suppose to a person in the past, it might almost seem like an allegory for things going on in their world. But obviously that's not really relevant to us.
That's right. Economic disparity doesn't exist anymore.
Not in the future. But listen, if you get us back to Earth, then we can build those spaceships that run on solar power.
That's wonderful. All right, Mom, Dad, I've got a plan. You see, unfortunately, I've got only this one air helmet, but my fellow captain, Desiree, whose last name I can never remember, again, I should remember the women, I mean, names, but
I mean, you're on a first name first. That's fine. It's fine.
yeah, it's right. I don't. Do you know every person you meet's last name?
We've been in prison for years, so
yeah. Sorry.
with only Hitler and Elvis over
You're right.
here.
That's a tough question.
And we did, in fact, remember their names.
So Desiree was able to land the spaceship close to the entrance of the cave in order to shoot the aliens and then come out in a heroic way. So I'll disengage my helmet and we'll each take turns using it. There's enough. Once it's away from my suit, there should be enough air for the three of us as long as we run.
It's brilliant, son. But what about the aliens?
Well, we gotta hope that my crew was able to take care of them.
Very good. Then
But wait.
let's get back to... Yes?
Were you able to gather any information about the aliens' weaknesses?
Well, yes. They're very...
Oh, good.
They're very vulnerable to the light of the sun. That's why they've coated the moon in a thick shadow to protect themselves.
Oh, that makes sense. Yes, we've been wanting to use that as a means of destroying the aliens, but what access have we to any sunlight?
It's true. We've got nothing. No source of sunlight.
All right.
None at all. Now, but I like your plan, though. Let's get out of here. And then we'll free the Earth from the grip of capitalism.
Wow, that's great. Okay.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Commander Buckwell.
That's right. It's me. How you doing, Mr. and Mrs. Leonard? Dr. and Dr. Leonard, actually.
We're doing well.
Yes, I'm afraid that I'm going to have to kill you all.
What?
I can't let the fuelanite-based economy collapse here, not when I'm a major investor.
Of course, that explains all of this. It doesn't explain how you got here to the moon.
I'm talking through your communication system.
Oh, okay.
Like we've communicated in the past.
That's right, I remember now.
That's why there was a staticky burst before I started speaking.
It sounded really similar to the doors that we've been using.
Well, those are nice doors. Anyway, you remember when I told you about the murder switch?
No, you wouldn't dare.
Why not? You're on the moon. I'm not at risk.
Oh.
You have, as soon as I flip this switch, the signal will begin traveling towards you, and in 8 minutes, you'll detonate.
Oh man, it's sort of a time lock.
If you like, yes. And what the best thing is, it's a thermonuclear explosion. Like the power of a sun, you'll be vaporized.
No, there's nothing good about that at all.
Too late, the button has been pushed. 8 minutes. Leonard, see you in hell.
All right, Mom and Dad,
I'm
we don't
hanging
have
up
much.
now.
Oh, okay, bye.
That was nice of you to say bye without just hanging up on him straight away.
Yeah, good thing you weren't around earlier. All right, Mom and Dad, we don't have much time. And this plan has to work perfectly. Oh, also on our way out, let's chip a bunch of fuelanite off the walls because we're gonna need it for our spaceship.
Oh yeah, huh? Because you're still flying those old-fashioned models that we haven't gotten around to fixing yet.
Right. The other ones haven't been invented.
But I mean, if there was a sun, which there is, we could make the ship fly by solar power.
Right. Okay.
But yes, hang on. We haven't had a whole lot to do, so I just got a big sack of the stuff over here.
Oh, good. All right. I'm about to open the door.
All right. I'm ready to hold my breath. Honey, you ready?
Okay. Open now. How are you two? Oh, Dad needs the helmet now. Disengage helmet. Here you go, Dad.
Oh, that's good air. Honey, take it.
Oh, it's very nice in here. Here you go, son. Ugh. Hey, there's the rest of my crew.
Die, you alien bastards!
Take that. Pew, pew, pew.
Use your hell of a right hook, beep boop.
Here it comes. Puh.
That was a good one.
Hey, that alien said ow.
Well, let's get a few more of them to say ow with this turbo cannon. This is an epic fight, which, was really dramatic and really long, and if people had seen it, they would have been very impressed by our skill.
It was very cool to watch. Hey, look who's coming toward us.
It's Captain Leonard and two people who look like him, but older.
He sort of looks like a combination of those two.
Hey, you know what? Beep boop. They're sharing a helmet between them. You could give them yours because you don't need it.
Yeah, but it's cool. Come on. They seem like they've got it figured out.
Quickly, into the ship.
Right, let's go.
Taking off now. But we don't have enough fuel to break the moonosphere.
Come on, Mom and Dad, we're almost there.
We're gonna have to leap dramatically.
Captains, we made it.
Welcome back, sir. Welcome back, these two elderly people.
All right, good. Luckily, my Dad, you dropped the fuelinite.
Oh no, clumsy me. I was too focused on breathing.
God damn it. All right, captains, I've got some tough news. Our kill switches have been engaged.
What?
You didn't hear that? Yeah, we got kill switches. You see, Commander Buckwell has been our enemy all along, and he's trying to kill us here on the moon.
Murder on the moon. It's the perfect crime.
And, well, my mom and dad have a way to get this ship to run by solar power, but we're completely engulfed in the shadow created by the aliens.
We cannot access the sun. But if I recall correctly, a Space Force regulation kill switch detonates a thermonuclear explosion like the power of a star.
Captain Dashing is right. Each space astronaut spacesuit kill switch is able to generate a blast the size of 1/4 of the sun.
Which means, hang on, I'm thinking, I almost had it. It means that if we all combine our kill switch explosions, we'll be able to create a sun that Mr. and Dr. Leonard can use to power the ship to get home, and will blast the aliens into cosmic space dust.
Of course! Excellent deduction, Desiree. How great it is to have you as part of our crew and as a member of the STEM community at large.
Thank you very much. I think if you look back, I did contribute quite a bit to this mission.
I agree.
Even though I was the only one who was injured in the course of...
It happens.
Well, I'm just saying there's room for improvement.
There always is, Captain. All right, let's all take off our 4 spacesuits. I mean, don't you think that, 3 is probably enough?
Beep boop, we'll get you another one.
All right.
Well, let me say this, beep boop. You don't have a spacesuit, but you do have a soul.
That means a lot coming from you, Captain Dashing. And you know what? Here's something that I should have done for you from the very beginning. Let me engage your trachea device.
Oh, wow. That's much better. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It may be hard to distinguish us for the remainder of the trip, but hopefully it won't be much longer.
Well, I mean...
Captains, I hate to spoil the party, but The aliens are coming right at us.
And they've brought a fusion destroyer. They're gonna shoot our ship. It's a really big gun.
All right. Our one hope is to throw all of our spacesuits directly at the aliens. Wait a minute. Couldn't we use our really big gun?
Well, we do have one. I suppose, but this is a prototype. It's never been tested, sir.
I think that's a chance we're gonna have to take. And I trust you, Desiree.
Aren't you afraid?
Oh, right. You know, I guess after everything that's happened today, finding out that all of... I was going to say finding out that all of my fears have been justified somehow makes me not scared.
That is a bit
anymore.
weird, isn't it? Like, I feel like that should almost make you feel worse.
But it doesn't. All right, crew. Let's join
I am
hands.
engaging the emergency ultimate cannon. We are preparing to jettison the spacesuits. I'll target them. If we time this just right, the fusion destroyer and the ultimate cannon will hit right in the middle, hit the spacesuits, and detonate into a sun.
If I'm not mistaken, Commander Buckwell engaged our kill switches 7 minutes and 15 seconds ago.
That means we only have 45 seconds.
Oh, wait, what did I say?
7 minutes,
oh, right.
15?
I meant... Yeah, you're right. We had 45 seconds from the...
It's
time
less now because you've been talking for a second.
Yes. Well, crew, I think the only thing left to do is for us to do a successful simultaneous countdown.
I mean, we've had a lot of success with countdowns in the past. Let's do it.
All right.
I think I'm checking my watch. Now you're down to 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
14.
9.
I mean...
Wow. The one thing we had to do, sir. I'm just going to go ahead.
It's going to get launched either way.
Pressing the button now. Engaging.
Look, the aliens are making one last message.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, God.
Beep, beep, boop. What are they saying?
It says, fuck you guys.
That's fair.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But look, their entire civilization, all the children and women have been completely obliterated. We did it, sir.
Excellent. Mom and Dad, how are you doing with converting this solar energy?
We've managed it, son. The ship is now running on 100% renewable power.
And I'm engaging it now.
There's only one thing left to do, son. You've managed to rescue your parents. You've made friends with this, let's be honest, ragtag group of misfits.
Right? That's what I've been saying about them.
But what are you going to do about Buckwell?
I guess you know what? I've got a plan for him once we get back to Earth.
Sounds good, son. And then you and I are gonna play catch.
Oh, Dad, that's all I've ever wanted all these years.
I've only had Hitler to play with for 20 years.
Later, back at the command center.
We've received confirmation of detonation. That means they're... What? Leonard!
That's right, it's me.
How did you survive?
That's for me to know and you never to find out.
Ah, that's so petty.
You see, Commander, I've got a little plan for you. I've had a lot of time to think up in space. I used to be scared, but now, since I confronted the aliens, saved my parents, and helped create a new source of energy...
Oh, so you are going to tell me.
hang on. I've come up with a very fitting punishment for you.
I don't like it, but I have to go along with it because you outrank me.
That's right. And that was my plan. Commander, stand down, and you have to do it.
I'm doing it. This isn't fun.
And now I'll unleash my final plan for you. Desiree?
Yes?
Could you call the police for me?
Right away, sir. I mean, Captain. 911.
That's right, Commander. I think you're going to jail.
Who could have guessed it? Destroyed by my own hubris. I, who loved committing crimes, now end up in jail because of all the crimes I committed.
You know, that's kind of a funny story, Commander. It reminds me, actually, of how I met all the other members of this ragtag crew. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, yeah. It's a very funny story. Yeah, absolutely.
It is funny. I, as a robot with a soul, find it very humorous. Well, if I remember correctly, Captain, yes, what happened was, well, we all got assigned to this project.
And I also worked. You'll like this. You'll like it.
Yeah.
I was assigned to the project as well. Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute. You see, I was a robot also assigned to this project.
Oh, you know what? I gotta say, doing my job in the course of the daily events is it's hysterical.
Well, if you captains like that, try this one. He is my son. And this guy is my husband.
It's true, we've been married for years.
Oh, man.
Before I go to jail, there's just one thing I've been always meaning to try. Can you pass me those swords?
Oh, yeah, I guess there are a lot of swords here. Looks like a good, Wait, Commander, what are you doing? To be honest, Captain, I'm pretty hungry too. Seems like there's enough for all of us.
I mean, it's how I got a tracheotomy in the first place, but yeah, I'm giving it a go.
Well, I'm not going to be left behind. Come on, honey.
Eating swords for old time's sake? Well, don't think that a woman can't eat swords.
And they all died.
Man, that was a thing that happened.
Oh boy, I was into it.
I liked where it was going. I liked that kind of all the plot threads came back around. You know? Like,
I hope so.
Everybody kind of got their due.
I think you're right. That was
I do wish that we had gotten to make more pneumatic door noises. Because that really adds to the verisimilitude of it all, you know?
I agree. I felt like I was there. Well, I guess that is it for today.
That's the end of this episode of Big Town Improv?
I believe it is, Jesse. Yeah. I guess we still don't have a sign out.
We should think of that. Yeah, we maybe should.
Okay. Big Town. From us here in Big Town.
To you there in regular sized town.
Bye.
I like the kind of demeaning bye.
Yeah. We'll think of a better one next time.
We came up with a title after a couple episodes of shopping, and we'll come up with a sign out too.
Right. And the music. Hit it. Do 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 do. Probably won't use that music.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Montage.
You can follow Jesse on Instagram at jesse.moriarty or me at The Josh Pilch Show. All of our amazing original music is by nicest guy in the world, Steve Wilder Blumenthal. You can check him out at wilderbluemusic.com. That's WILDERBLUE music.com.